Welcome to the 2 Hours Talk. We're back and we're live. We're going to do a recap on home defense firearms, the type that we have and why. See ya.
All right,
Here we
we're here. We're here to stay. I'm still checking my crap. And
Twitch.
good Lord, yes, I want to tell everybody I'm not on the screen right now, but let me know if we go black out. And we're already black. What
I was about to say blacker.
Yeah. So we're on Twitch. We're on YouTube. We're on the mighty goddamn Rumble. And so we're here to stay, guys. And with that, I want to tell you guys, if you guys see us on YouTube, you follow us on YouTube, you follow us on Rumble, please like and share. You know what I'm saying? We got some fools on YouTube and they're acting a fool, but it is what it is. And you know, you can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It's the internet. You know what I'm saying? But on YouTube, like, share, follow. Please do that. We're trying to build the numbers up on YouTube. And on Rumble, go to the search bar and type in the 2 Alphas Talk, and all spaced out, not one word, and follow the channel and subscribe and like. And if you want to ask any questions, go ahead and do that too. And it's my man WK, he's up there. Thank you, WK, our biggest supporter, and he's a hell of a guy. And we got to get him out to the range a little bit more.
That's right.
With that, we're going to thank who sponsors the show, and that is Saber Team Tactical. And before we go any further, Al's got something to say.
Yep. We're going to talk about Right to Bear. We are partnered with them, and rightfully so. And if you were interested in it, go on YouTube and just type in self-defense protection plan, self-defense insurance, any of those keywords, and just watch some of those videos. And you won't hear Right to Bear in any of those. So there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to try to keep it minimum, just give you an overview of it. A couple of these companies have been called to task because they offered something that they said they were going to do and they didn't fulfill it. People spent time in jail when they probably shouldn't have, didn't have bail, all that kind of things like that. So there's two lawyers, I forgot the company name, but there are two lawyers that pretty much do an investigation, and they're going around and they're doing an evaluation of all of it. Of course, they started their own program. Actually at the national level now. Right to Bear has been there the whole time. The entire time all this other stuff is going on, Right to Bear has been there. And Right to Bear has fulfilled everything that they need to fulfill. When you sign up with them, you're covered immediately. There's no 30-day waiting period. If you sign up and 3 hours later you get into an incident, you're covered. As long as your paperwork has gone forward and it's in the hand of one of their representatives, they'll cover you. You can't ask for that. I mean, that's the kind of dedication that they have towards their customers. So that's one of the endearing factors why, other than the actual factual stuff, when you look at their program, you'll see they offer everything that you would need, and it's not insurance. So you don't have to pay out and then get reimbursed. They cover you. It's a protection plan. So it's different. So, it's for anything that you do in defense of your life or a loved one's life. or
Mm-hmm.
your loved one who's covered as well does the same for you.
Yep.
Take a look at it, and when you decide to sign up, use SABER, Saber, and you get a
Mm-hmm.
discount.
Yep.
Simple as that.
And
It's a
it's
very cut and dry situation.
and the program is backed by PSA,
That's
Palmetto State Armory.
yep, one
And
hundred percent.
everybody just love Palmetto State Armory. And we know
Mm-hmm.
why. We definitely know why. And Reggie, thank you for supporting the show. I see you.
What?
Yep, he's on there. He's been pumping his AR, getting it ready. I think he's gonna come out and do some training. I think we can get him away. If his girlfriend let him come out and play.
Mm-hmm.
Go to saberteamtactical.com. Then from there, go to the tab classes. And from there, go ahead now.
Yep, and you'll see anything. Our main is one on one, the private one on one. We revolutionized it. We didn't invent it, but we definitely revolutionized it. And it was one of those needed things after the situation where we all stayed inside. And after that, we had to figure out a way, and that's it. Total dedication to you, individual. And if you want to do a small group, you have some friends you want to come out, any of the topics that you see there, we can bring that out. And we'll put it on for you. So if you want to work on a shotgun, bring a shotgun. Rifle, bring a rifle. We'll do any of those things. The first formulated class where we actually have you can sign up for will be July 14th, and that's the rifle and PCC class. It's a good class to start off on because now you'll learn to run your rifle like a pistol, run your PCC like a pistol. And what I mean by that is that you're going to drive it and you're going to fire rounds in succession. So it's not a pop, pop. You run a gun just like you could run a pistol. And that's a good class to take. Then we're going to go back up, and the next one will be August 25th, and that's the concealed carry, stop the bleed class. More than one reason to take that class. Stop the bleed. Beyond just having a gunshot wound, any type of open wound that blood is flowing and you need to stop that flow, this is the class for you. Not only that, but also in a concealed carry situation and armed, because you still have to be responsible for your firearms. Even if somebody's hurt and you're using two hands on them and your gun is holstered, you got to pay attention to your surroundings, your 360s, to who's around you. Is this a good time to stop and do this? Should we move somewhere else? Do we have the opportunity to move somewhere else? All those things that you have to take in consideration. And a lot of times people don't think of those things, and that's what we do. We bring that out so that you can get an idea of doing that in training where it's pretty much sanitary. We can stop everything. We can index everything. You can't do that on the street. You can't do that in real life. Once it's on, you got to keep going, and you got to get it, and you have to know what you're doing, and you have to respond like that. You can't say, "What did he say again about tourniquets? Is this the tourniquet? Is this really cool? Which one is which?" You got to get it going.
Can't read the instructions.
Yep, and you got to do this on a regular basis. And the thing what we do is we in our class is repetitive. You're gonna do it multiple times before you leave. So when you go home, you can practice it. Once you've been trained on it, you practice the same thing over. Figure out which way your tourniquet is supposed to go on, which way you pull out the Israeli gauze. Practice those things. Buy one and open up an Israeli gauze and have that for your training device, and use that to continue.
And you can get training aids off of eBay. You can just get some of the eBay tourniquets and the eBay Israeli bandages for $1 and use those as training aids. I wouldn't use any medical supplies off of eBay because it might be from China. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And next thing you know, you're losing a limb.
Yeah.
All right. You go back again. There we go. And then after that, we're gonna back up.
Oh, back up.
There we go. I got it. Stop the bleed. And the next one is stop the bleed.
Yeah.
Stop the bleed medical and battle class. This is a great class. I say it all the time. I'm gonna continue saying it. And the reason why is the chaos, the controlled chaos that we're allowed to give you. You can't get anywhere. This is a type of training that we take you up to another level, and you're in a safe confines because we can index it at any time. You can't index in real life. You can't call blue. You can't stop anything. You can't call a timeout. None of that. No red flags. No yellow flags. Stop the play. It continues going even if you're not ready. Here, if you have a very expensive watch and you decide that this thing might fall off, you can call a what do you call it? Ceasefire. You can call a ceasefire. I think they do that in the French Foreign Legion, but you can call a ceasefire. One of our friends did it, so I'm giving him a
Yeah,
little
he's messing with him.
mess with but
Yeah.
you can call a ceasefire, and in training you can't do that in real life.
No.
So that's why you have to come out here and you practice and you practice. And the key to this, the cherry on the top, is we pop smoke. And you may be working with someone you just met. So you have to trust that that person remembered what you remembered, and that you move in harmony, and that you get people out of harm's way, and that you protect everyone. And we get scenarios: who's got this extremity busted or this extremity busted? This one can't walk. This one, you have to do all that stuff. And it's a lot of chaos, and it's in control. And I'm telling you, starts off with a lot of smiles. So we're halfway in class, you see people with that look on their face, and you got to remember to yourself that's not real, and you got to touch them every once in a while, let them know, hey, you're starting to zone out, and bring them back into the fold. And like I said last week, we've had guys who've actually been downrange take this class and give us thumbs up. And that was the big thing. That was really big, because when I know the guys, and it was kind of like I'm watching them, and sometimes they might just be going along just to get some rounds downrange. But when they started interacting with people that they didn't know, and they were telling them about things and keeping everybody straight and offering suggestions of maybe things have changed and yada yada yada, it was great. It was really a good time. So come on out for that. And then at the end of our catalog for the year will be the rifle and tactical gear class. That's the class that you bring all your gear to. I used to say Wish. I think Timu's taking over that spot now.
Yeah.
So you go in and get those
Timu's
plastic.
India.
Is that right?
I think it's India.
They all look Chinese to me.
I'm gonna look it up. Go ahead.
Then bring your Timu gear out, and maybe order it now so they'll be ready by November. It'll be here then, and get your stuff together. Show up and see if it works. See how long it lasts. Maybe it'll last the whole class. Maybe it'll last half the class. Don't know. But bring that out, because I've seen some guys use economical gear and it survived, and I've also seen guys that use economical gear and it had a total catastrophe. It was disgusting. It was ugly, and they learned their lesson. So bring it out, run it through, and if all of that fails, right? The bottom line is you got to get good training. This is stuff that you won't get anywhere else. Anywhere else. And if you do find this stuff, it's at a higher premium than what we charge. And I'm being honest. I've seen some other places that are similar to this, but not the same, and not locally. Not locally. Definitely not locally. Again, this is another situation where you will work with individuals that you may show up with that or you may work with total strangers. And you have to work with harmony, because it's not about shooting. It's about moving and shooting. And this is not a beginner's class. This is an intermediate or above class. So if you can't run your gun and you can't keep it up and running when there's jams or malfunctions or needs to be reloaded, this is not the class for you. Come see us with one of the private classes, and we'll work you through and get you ready for this class like we had in last year. So we've had last couple years. We had that your buddy, the self-appointed, or the deputized, when you deputized out on the field.
Oh yeah.
And that was another one. Came to 2 classes prior to the one that.
Yeah, it got ready for it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
got
you.
ready.
You're very nice today, man. That was really good.
That is, man, the heat wore me out today in the track, dude.
You should go out in the heat more often.
It tore me apart. Oh my god. Man, but this class is stuff in this class is a very hands-on active class, and it's all tactics, not shooting. And this class, everything you are learning from this class was taught on active duty and was used in theaters. So you want to learn some real stuff without the explosives. This is it. And we do not pop smoke in this class, because I can't do that in this class. It's too much. It's too much. Yeah. So. But if you want to do some stop the bleed battle class, that's where you come to have some fun. That's the class. You guys really enjoy that. It'd be good for an outing for a family, or or
Father and son.
friends, yeah, father and sons, yeah, birthday presents, or even um, bachelor, what do you call it? Bachelor
Bachelor
parties,
party.
bachelor
Hmm.
parties. You know, you guys want to sling some bullets, but go back to the top, hit on laser engraving. I'm gonna show. I think I've shown some stuff, some personal stuff. I don't do guns, but I did my own guns. I could do that, and showed it on Instagram. You guys can see that, and so don't ask me to engrave on your guns. It's not happening. I can do your magazines and your dog tags and do your plaques. I can do novelty items. I'm process of working on some plaques and some other stuff. And but I'll show you guys some more pictures of the laser engraved work, but not the work that I'm actually really doing. And hit me up on saberteamtactical at gmail.com. And with that, we're off that page. And yeah, I can't show you guys everything. You know what I'm saying? Internet's
Yeah,
good, but it's
you
not that
remember that?
good. You know
Remember
what
that
I'm saying?
guy that wanted you to do that?
Yeah, I've had several people when I first got into it. I have had several people. Yeah, it was a local gun store wanted me to do it, and I
Hmm.
was like,
Who knew
dude,
better?
yeah, and I was like, I'm not in the FFL. Come on, man. Come on, man. No, it was just one time. No, like, no, not happening. Not happening. I wouldn't budge. Because I
Hmm.
think it's to me. I always think it's a setup.
Yeah,
So and
especially somebody that knows better.
yeah, so and it was an ex cop too. And I'm like,
Mm.
nah, you ain't getting me hemmed up. Not happening.
Right.
So the reason why we rehashing the home defense thing because we had somebody requested to go back and redo it because they said there wasn't enough information given, and so
Here we are.
here we are. Yeah. So the information, I think we went into it. We do get carried away sometime and we get
Mm.
sidetracked. Um, Home defense, we usually say if you're a beginner home defense, have a pistol, have a rifle, have a shotgun. You know, then you cover all three bases.
Hmm.
So if you're gonna have a pistol, if you're a beginner, you got a variety of ranges from the Taurus to the Smith and Wesson that you want safeties on, not amber thumb safeties.
Hmm.
You have the Glock that has a trigger safety. Everybody thinks Glocks don't have a safety. Glock has a trigger safety. It has a
Hmm.
couple of safeties on it built into them. Some you don't even see. And then you have I don't recommend revolvers, but if you have a revolver, be very accurate with it.
So why
Uh,
don't you recommend
the
revolvers?
round count, the
Okay,
round count, and it's going to be very difficult for a person who doesn't practice with a revolver to try
that's
to
what I was gonna say. But go ahead.
reload under
Yep.
stress.
Hmm.
Yeah, and so I'm looking at a high capacity round count. If you got 17, between 17 and 13 rounds in there, you don't have to reload, and you can put up a good fight for a little while before you throw another magazine in there. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, um, and you got shotguns. I only recommend Mossberg. Was it 870s?
Yeah,
Oh,
Mossberg's the 500.
the 500. Yeah, well, I'm gonna
Hmm.
think of 870. That just popped
Yeah,
in my.
that's the Remington.
Yeah, I
That's
probably wanted an
it's
eight. I
pretty much
want
the
an
color.
870.
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah, that's a good
And
gun.
the Maverick 88 is the offbeat from the Remington 500. Then I say from those are the two best shotguns I think that are affordable and that you can own. Now you can get those shotguns at a pawn shop. You don't have to buy them brand new. You
Hmm.
know, you can go get those guns at the shotguns at the pawn shop. You can the pistol. I say if you're going to get something. If your first time, buy something brand new. But if it's not your first time, go to a pawn shop. Go to a lot of these websites like guns.com and you can buy some guns and stuff and have them shipped to a FFL and have them transferred and just save some money.
Right.
You don't have to buy brand new all the time. You can buy used police trade-ins even. You know what I'm saying? Now, for a rifle, I say go with a you got a 9 millimeter platform, the PCC AR platform, and 9 millimeter. If you want to go with the AR platform, go with the 5.56. You know what I'm saying? Because 5.56 can shoot 223 and 5.56.
Right.
I do not recommend going with the AK because it's complicated for a lot of folks on the reloading under stress.
Hmm.
And but
No.
if you one of them boys, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? So and so those are my recommendations. Al, what he got? Yeah. So WK just said the Maverick 88 is based on the Mossberg 500. Yes,
Right.
it is.
Hmm.
So that's yeah.
But that's the Turkish made too, isn't it? Now WK.
Is I don't know.
The
Is the
Mossberg, the
Maverick
Maverick
88?
88. One of them is. I think the Maverick is made by Mossberg, or Mossberg's still producing it. I think it was it.
That's a good
But there's,
question.
I think, Winchester is now Turkish made. That's one I think about. Because when you were talking, I know you two are very fond of Turkish made shotguns. So I figured
I've had the reason I don't like them because I had a Stevens one time,
same thing.
and
They're taking over too.
yeah, and I used to do my own shotgun loads, and um, we're gonna put that up in a minute. And I used to do my own shotgun shells back in the '80s. I used to quail hunt a lot, and I made some 3-inch hot loads, and it ended up breaking my trigger on my Stevens shotgun. And I was like, man, that sucked, dude. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Yeah, Mossberg still makes the Maverick 88, like you about to say.
yeah. So 702 said Maverick 88 made in Texas. WK said no, Maverick 88 and Mossberg
Mm-hmm.
still made in the United States. Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, those are my recommendations. What you got, Al?
My thing is I keep it simple, especially when I'm trying to help out new people, and I tell them whatever you carry on a regular basis, make that available to you, right? And the reason why is you, myself, guys that we know online, you're seasoned. You've done this before. You are comfortable picking up and going from one gun to the other, especially if you've ever shot a 2-gun or a 3-gun match. You practice that. You, if you ever out on the range with Omar, you see him all the time. He goes from rifle to pistol. I never see him go the opposite direction, but he definitely always goes from rifle to pistol and transitions. So he feels comfortable behind it. If you're not that comfortable behind a shotgun, and now, in the most critical situation probably in your life, you're going to pick up a shotgun and you've only shot that thing maybe twice in the last month. People always say, well, Joe, you got to do is point and shoot. All you got to do is point and shoot and miss. A shotgun takes more than just pointing it in the hallway and pulling the trigger. You can still miss at 7 yards with a shotgun. And the dynamics of the gun allow you, if you pay attention to it, where you can, by the time you release those pellets, you're over your target. So stick with the gun that you're most comfortable with. If it's a pistol, get a pistol. Al mentioned it earlier in reference to a revolver versus a semi-automatic, and it was a round count. I agree, and I also say the same thing with the with reloading it. But it's also a little bit difficult. It's more difficult to shoot a revolver nowadays than it is to shoot a semi-automatic, based upon the grip angle. So I see a lot of people holding the revolvers the same way you hold a semi-automatic, and getting that thumb forward, and that's not a good thing. So I agree. I say all the time, go to what you know. If you carry a semi-automatic on a regular basis, have the semi-automatic available to you. Al, you've extensively trained with rifles, so when you picking up a rifle, it's something not new. In the middle of the night, with your, just waking up, you're not gonna go, oh, what is this? Is it loaded? You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
And that's something that you have to have, like a total dominance of mastery of the gun that you have at that point in time, because it may be low light, you may be foggy, groggy. All of a sudden, somebody's at the door. Is it friend or foe? See, so those are don't think, oh, I'm planning to do this, and then you're going with something that you have not touched 1,000 times or more. If you haven't picked up that shotgun and manipulate it more than 1,000 times where it's starting to seep in and your brain recognizes it as soon as you touch it. It's not a stranger. It is just like a buddy. It's like your left hand and right hand. Go with the pistol. It's much
Mm-hmm.
simpler. It's easier. But I do agree for new people, if you're getting in, first thing, get a semi-automatic, get a good holster, get magazine pouches, buy some ammo for it, get a good belt, then get a rifle or shotgun, then get the opposite. So you need those three. Get the
Mm-hmm.
pistol first, gear for the pistol, because I see people who have a pistol with no holster, but they have a rifle and a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Get the pistol, excuse me. Get the pistol. Get a quality holster. Maybe get a holster that you're only going to use at the range. Get mag pouches. Get extra magazines, at least 5, and then buy ammo. Then go to the rifle and then the shotgun if necessary. But those are the 3 guns that are kind of formidable and that you can use on a regular basis in the future. Those are 3 guns that round you out. How about that? I say it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see it all around on YouTube and Rumble. A lot of people, I agree with them. Those are the 3. And
Mm-hmm.
solid ones. Pay once, cry once. Don't buy cheap stuff that you say, this is my beginner gun or this is my entry level. There's no such thing. No such thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, go get a
It's,
staccato.
it's ways to go ahead with the Scotto. No,
Yeah, I'm
no.
not telling you go get a staccato, but make it burn a little bit. Get a
Yeah.
decent Glock. Get
There's
a M&P, 6 hour. With the three not 320, but the 365
six. Yeah.
XL. Get something that fits your hand. Get something that
Right.
you can shoot and that you enjoy shooting. Because if you don't like shooting a gun, you're not going to practice with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I was going to say a lot of places are getting these payment plans with no
Yeah,
interest.
yeah.
The biggest one is Sizzle. You can buy firearms on Palmetto with Sizzle and interest free, and you can pay it out in 4 weeks or something like that. And so you can buy a gun that way and have it shipped and have the gun in hand and still be paying on the gun without paying interest. That is something that Palmetto has done on their website, and they're allowing people to do it. So it's just don't go nuts on there. They're going to give you a limit and what you need to pay for, and you just have it set up. You can have it draft straight out of your bank account, and just make sure you got the money in there for it to hit it.
Right.
And when it does, I mean, you're good to go. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
crazy.
um, yeah, and so,
That's
but
for later.
it helps out. And so for everybody who's saying, okay, I can't afford a gun, go to Palmetto and look under the Sizzle program and sign up for it, and then you can buy you something that you want. You know what I'm saying? So don't look at that and say, okay, I'm gonna go in there and max out and buy me uh, a Daniel Defense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on,
Mm-mm-mm.
be
D
sensible.
and D.
Yeah, be sensible. I mean, right now you can get um you can get a AR from Palmetto, one they make with 100% warranty on it for under, what is it, under five hundred
About 4.
dollars or
Yeah.
something. Yeah,
Some
four or five
there's
hundred
the
dollars.
300, 399
Yeah,
stuff.
you can buy the lowers and the upper and put them together and do the same thing, and it's even cheaper. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like 702 said, Sizzle is on Sportsman's Guides, eight 4 months on everything. Okay, yeah, I haven't been a member of Sportsman's Guides, a membership program, so I haven't been on there. Okay, yeah. So he said it is. So it's basically it says Sizzle Sportsman Guides is 4 months on everything. Yeah. So, but you can do instead of the 4 months, you can have it. You can stretch it out to 4 months, or you can do the shorter deal.
Hell, if you do
Deal.
$100 a month, you done. Most of these
Yeah,
guns, put something down and then
and
$100 a month and it's over.
and most of you guys spend that on BS anyway.
Oh
You know
shit.
what I'm saying? $100 a month. A lot of guys spend it on liquor, alcohol, or eating hoagies and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, buy you some guns. You know what I'm saying? Stop BSing. Buy you some guns. Buy you some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? And be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And you know, be ready. That's all I have to say. And
Don't worry
because
about those. I'm putting in for later.
okay, okay,
Yep.
and so that's that. Those are my picks. Now, where can you buy these guns? Okay, if you're first time pistol, take your butt to the gun store or go on Palmetto. Go to the gun store, look at the gun, feel the gun. We always say is this: test fire the gun with their test fire, by renting a gun, range gun.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and if the gun is a known thing, you can find an instructor to help you out if you got some issues. You can have them to come to the gun range with you. You rent the gun, they can go out and they can show you some tricks and stuff with the gun. Okay,
Yep.
so if you're an experienced intermediate person and you don't mind used guns are like used cars. I mean, they got low mileage on them and they'll go a long way. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I mean, that is a
And some are
nomenclature.
better than others.
Some are better than others. It's
Mm-hmm.
a huge mistake thinking used guns are trash.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a huge mistake. You can save hundreds and hundreds of dollars by buying used guns. So don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? And
And
so
police turn-ins too.
yeah, police trade-ins. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you can get police trade-ins for under three, especially Glock for under 350 or something like that. Sometimes.
Yep. And the way
Yeah.
barrels are coming down now, if you go out, because you'll find in the trading world a lot of 40 calibers, especially the Glock, you can go get a conversion barrel, change that 23 or 22 into a 19 or a 17 with just the swap of a barrel, and they work
Hmm.
fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tricks. There's a lot of
And the
tricks out
magazine's
there.
easy to find. Yeah.
But I haven't even mentioned going to your local pawn shops.
Mm-hmm.
Your local, I keep stressing this. I haven't been able to get to the local pawn shops because I haven't really seen anything I want at the local pawn shops. And but I drive past them all the time, and I don't want to go in there because I might go in there and start flexing. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Cash in hand.
Yeah, go in there and flexing and be like,
Cash me outside.
yeah. And I'm trying to Jones myself right now.
Mm.
So and but you can go in these local pawn shops, take cash, do not take a credit card, do not take a debit card. Go in there, and if you got cash and they got something in there, offer them at least $50 below what they're asking, and then see what they come back to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't
You
get
sound like you
ridiculous.
experienced with this, bro.
Oh, I'm very experienced with pawn shops. Very, very experienced. Yeah. I mean, don't go in there, trying to knock $300-400 off. You know what I'm saying? It depends
Yeah.
on what it is. Now, if you're buying multiple guns, yeah, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? But if
Mm-hmm.
you're buying one gun and if the gun is $350, just say, hey, I give you 300 for it. And see what they say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta
And
be
especially if you go in there one day and you see it, and then you come back a few days later and it's there,
still
or even
there.
a month later and it's still there.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that you could. They want to move it. They just gotta
Mm-hmm.
figure out. And sometimes you can ask them. Hey, what are you guys working with here? What are you trying to get rid of?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Show them the cash. You got to show them the cash. You can't go in there BSing. You got to pull the money out, throw it on the table, and say, "Hey, I got 300. What can we do? I'll pay the taxes." You know what I'm saying? And uh, see what kind of deal you can. Yeah, I mean, you can end up saving $60-70 walking out of there. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And have something pretty good, especially if it's a clean gun. And everybody that pawns guns, they usually pawn them for what? Money.
Right.
So, and a lot of people can't afford them anymore, and they think they don't need it, so they barely shot the gun, and they go in
Mm-hmm.
there and pawn it. The same thing with rifles and shotguns.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you got to really be careful on some of the ARs because the ARs are usually they're they're not the best quality. You know what I'm saying?
From the
So
beginning.
for a beginner. Yeah,
Yeah.
and for intermediate too. I would never buy
No, no, I
AR
said
ever
from the
bought.
beginning that they
Oh
weren't.
yeah,
It wasn't a good gun in the beginning.
no, it wasn't. Yeah,
Right.
I never would buy AR out of a pawn shop, but I would
Mm,
buy an AK out of a pawn shop if it's not a Sentry.
right. Yeah.
Right.
And those people who are new to this, get with somebody. Most of the guys that are on here, if you're in a store and you ask them, "What do you think about this?" Unless they work for that store, they'll give you an honest answer. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of times, some of the guys in there, they're cousins or somebody, you may not get a fair answer from that. But if you see some total strangers and you go, "Hey man, what do you think about that?" They'll give you. And sometimes you're asking, they'll give you more than you ask for because they
Mm-hmm.
want to help out. They want to impart their knowledge on you. Can't keep it, can't take it, can't you know move on with it in the next world. So they'll talk to you.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, dear Sarge, I see you on there on Rumble. Hey, how you doing, my man? Hey, we still like to do something with you. Um, hit us up. And not only that, I was going to talk about a lot of people weapon mounted lights.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, yeah. Do you need a weapon mounted light in your home on that firearm? You know what I'm saying? So, do you need to broadcast where you're at in your own home? I mean, you can answer that question yourself.
Right, I knew what you were getting. You
Yeah,
notice I kept quiet on that one.
right. And my philosophy is no. And yeah, dear Sarge, working and need good audio only. Show after my smoke. Okay, all right. Thank you, dear Sarge, for watching the show and supporting the show on Rumble. Appreciate you, man. And yes, I understand. We'll get with you, man. Just send me an email when you're ready. And so, weapon mounted lights in
Weapon
your
out,
home.
but yeah, yeah,
If
you was
you
doing.
if you know your home, why the hell do you need a light? You know what I'm saying? Doesn't
Hmm.
make sense. You know. So you get up. I'm gonna keep the element of surprise because it's my home. I'm not gonna have a light. I'm gonna tiptoe and come in, and only light you're gonna see is my muzzle. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mm.
it. My
Hmm.
muzzle light. And all my lights are gonna be out, but I have some sensor lights and I have some mood lighting in my house. So when you
Hmm.
turn the lights on, they come out. You know, like the walkway things you can put on the
Hmm.
thing. Yeah, so those come on. Only reason I have them is because my wife want that crap. You know what I'm saying? It was
Right.
up to me. My
Hmm.
house be pitch black.
Me
You
too.
know?
I
Yeah.
I want to be inviting.
Right. Yeah. You're like you coming into a lair. You know what I'm
Yep. Come
saying?
on in. Come on in,
Right.
baby.
Yeah. And but I have levels of security at my house too. So if you really coming into my house and you breach all the levels of security, it's I am not I don't need to identify you at that point. You know, it's game on. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
So
I just
what one thing I want to add to you is that I know you already have it, so, and it's not you, but for guys out here, have a plan. Have a
yes.
plan because I know you know where everybody's going to be in your house. So at
Hmm.
this point in time, when you hear people walking around downstairs and there's not supposed to be people downstairs, you can almost 110% be sure it's a bad guy.
Hmm.
But when you have multiple people moving around doing what they want to do and not doing what they're supposed to do or not following the flow of one voice, you got problems. And
Hmm.
that can lead to catastrophe. It could be a really bad
Catastrophe.
situation. Goddamn, sound like
Catastrophe.
Daffy Bucks. Daffy Duck out here. But it's a bad situation. So that's why you have to plan ahead. And
Yeah.
it's not fanatical, it's not anything crazy.
If
It's being prepared. It's part of
if you
preparedness.
have the three guns, let's say you have the rifle, the shotgun, and the pistol. All right. So if you have a wife, you can leave her in the room with the shotgun. You can
Hmm.
breach outside the room, and you should have a kill sack in your house. Every house does, and believe it or not, you don't even know it until you look at it. And that's where you should uh, perch up. and call 911 and wait for them to come to the outside of the house before you try to clear your house. Because that's the not unless you know exactly where they are. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a
Hmm.
family in there, and you don't want to leave your family exposed. If you have a certain type, if your house has a certain type of floor plan where you have to leave that bedroom, but you know it can be approached from a different angle, you don't want to leave that sector. You know what I'm saying? You got to cover that sector and protect your family. And if you got kids, your wife automatically should run to the kids' room with the firearm and protect them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she shouldn't come out of that room unless you guys have a safe word where you call a safe word. This only should be known between you and her and
Right.
the kids. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And but if you have a house where you can breach, clear that bedroom, and you know, like just say if the bedroom's upstairs, right? And you got to
Hmm.
come downstairs to clear your downstairs. Yes, I said go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And because now you know it's only one way to get to that upstairs. That's that stairwell. So you can cover that from that downstairs. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Hmm.
So it makes a huge difference. You got to have a plan, and your wife has to be. Um, she has to listen to you. When you say get up, go to the kids' room, she knows she's got to get up, get in the kids' room, get that shotgun, be ready. You know what I'm saying?
Since he won't do it, I'm going to do it. And in some cases, you have to listen to her because she's in charge.
Say what?
You heard me. That's what you did. That you do put that person in charge that time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sometimes
When?
the roles
Oh,
reverse.
that's not that. Don't put me on
Hmm.
the spot like that. What's wrong with you? Because I'm gonna make me say something I don't want to I don't want to say. Oh my god.
But I'm just listening to you because I know you don't want to hear it, but I'm telling you, there are some situations out there, and the panties are in charge. There are no drawers running through that front door. There'll be some panties running through the drawer. Sorry, brother. I'm sorry.
And
I'm
back to what I
sorry.
was talking about. She's got to listen to you and get in that room. You got to go
Hmm.
downstairs, breach, clear your house before the police get there. Okay.
Why would
And
you do that? Explain that one.
okay, because when they get there, they don't know who the bad guy is. All right. And the only thing they're going to see is a dark figure. And you need to have your house cleared and all action taken care of before they get there. So when they get there, you can tell that 911 operator that the house is clear. Don't come in with guns ablazing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you'll meet them at the threshold. You know what I'm saying? And when you do meet them at the threshold, you're not armed because they're gonna get there. Only thing they're thinking is, what they call it now,
Active shooter.
active shooter inside the house. And so they're coming in there. Anybody's in that house, they don't give a damn who it is. They're just gonna be just blazing. You know what I'm saying? And they're not gonna be dude. The police, you know, we hear and flashlight. They're gonna.
So if you announce or whoever is your making a phone call, say that we're in the house and we hear somebody in the house, first thing they're gonna do is tell you to stay where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Hunker down, right? So depending on the way your plan is, because again, you make your own decisions. If your plan is to sequester your family in one room and then you're gonna go out and go hunting, that's your choice. I would suggest you stay your ass with them. That's what I would suggest. And not all of us are equipped to go hunting. Not everybody's just don't. If you've never done that before, if you've not don't have training and you've never searched for another human being, then stay your ass in the room and wait for law enforcement to get there. Because if that person or persons try to get into your room, you have a better fight where they're trying to get into one funnel
Funnel.
than you have a wide open space where you got a run and gun battle.
Right.
That's the way I tell new people because
Mm-hmm.
they all want to be, but you and I together, I mean, dude, I know just listening to you and I can show you what I've been through. We've researched, had some good success, had success and had some scary times.
Mm-hmm.
So you learn from those things. and then you
Yeah.
being around it. I don't want to do that. I really don't. If I have to, I will. But my first thought is the same as you were saying, bro. If you come through here, I'm lighting it. That whole doorway is gonna come. The hinges on the door is gonna come off.
Yeah.
I'm letting both of us gonna let just. I know I shoot faster than she does, so I'll be using some of her ammo too,
Yeah.
because it's like letting
My
it all
house is
fly.
gonna be a
Yeah,
mess. It's
let it
gonna be a
go.
mess. Yeah.
And it's not my fault, but I
Yeah.
will make a mess.
Yeah.
And but the thing is, not everyone is equipped to do that. And if you don't practice that, and you don't, even these guys with the weapon mounted lights, if you don't practice on and off with that, you're just a big strobe walking around. You're just
Mm-hmm.
walking around with this, over here, a beacon, not even a strobe. You're a beacon running around with a light on the tip of your gun and telling people where your location.
Right.
So these are the things you have to take in consideration before you even put the light on your gun. How are you going
Yeah.
to use it? That's my take on that.
Yeah. Like Dear Sarge said on Rumble, he said he'll lurk mode and re-engage back to work. So he'll move slow, precise, and take out the target and go back to work.
Yeah.
Um, Unfolding Joker on Rumble. How you doing? Yep, we see we're on live. Appreciate you catching us on live. And I see you just got back from home, picking up a new family member from the second A shop. All right, cool.
All right.
Yeah, just added something new toy. All right, appreciate it. And appreciate you also supporting the show too. The new Unfolding Joker. And yeah, so you got to look at yeah, I mean it's like that, and that's one of the reasons I don't want to go with I won't go with my rifle first. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna make a mess. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So uh I'll you know I'm a little loose when it comes to a rifle. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a little bit more precision when it comes to a pistol. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And because when it comes to a rifle, I'm gonna let the hammer fall because
Right.
I'm very comfortable with rifles, and so I'm gonna get a little wild, but it's gonna be in there. You know what I'm saying? And so I just have to I'll go to pistols first, then I'll go to rifles to escalate it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going from the escalation down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just me. Depends on what type of bump I hear too, because
Right.
I'm capable of doing both. Yeah,
And that's the thing. That's what I was saying earlier in reference to you, is that you're comfortable. You're not going to pick something up and go, okay, is this loaded? You're going to know immediately. And I mean immediately, as soon as you pick it up, whether you check the bolt or not, or haven't loaded it
oh,
prior.
it's already
Right. See what I'm
everything I
saying?
got is already hot. Yeah,
Exactly. And
yeah.
but there are people out there that once they take that first step, they're going to second guess themselves because they're not familiar with carrying and using a rifle on a regular basis, but they are familiar with a pistol. Stick with the pistol; it'll be fine. It'll be fine because at this point, you're looking at somebody that intruded you, that came into you, right? They came on to you. Pause. Yeah, you give me a pause.
Yeah, I guess,
I was
but I
trying
know what
different
you was
ways. You
talking
just let it.
about.
You just let.
I wasn't
You just
thinking.
sat there like you was at Puffy's house. Just
I
let it
was
happen.
no, man. I wasn't thinking nothing sexual, man. Come on, dude. I mean, we got guns in our head right now and bullets flying. I'm not thinking about that's the last thing that's up here right now. You know what I'm saying?
All right, this time. So anyway,
Right.
but my point is, as you do that and you're making your way through, you're more comfortable with that.
Yeah.
So stick with what you're familiar with. You
Yeah.
see that, because you're fighting back. You're not
Yeah.
kicking nobody's door in. You're not going searching for somebody. You're responding. You're retaliating. And that's the other thing that brings me up when we were talking about magazines. For home defense, I would imagine, I always tell people 15. 10 is the minimum magazines. 15 is optimum for each magazine.
Oh, you talking about
Pistol.
bullets?
Pistol, yeah.
Yeah.
Ammunition
Yeah.
in its pistol. So when we get people who buy these 8-round, like,
But there's some states that's all they allow though.
thought they were 10. I
Yeah.
understand, but I'm just saying where we are, free states.
Right.
Not
Free
talking
states.
about those places where you have
Yeah.
to
Even if you're in a non-free
live
state, you can
backwards.
always carry 4 10s. You know what I'm saying? Plus one in the magazine. So
Right.
yeah. let's carry more magazines. You know what I'm saying?
But the key is it's a difference, a little bit different when
You'll
you're,
probably get prosecuted for shooting somebody.
well, and those magazines have to actually only hold 10. They can't be a 15 round
Right.
magazine
I'm
with
just
10
saying.
rounds in
Yeah.
it. That's
Right.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, the gun I ended up loving the most was the CZ Scorpion. The Evo 3. That is a hell of a gun to use for home clearing. It's 9 millimeter, and it's because it's so tiny. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
it's got a 7.5 inch barrel, or you can get the
Oh,
4.2.
you got that mini one. What's it called?
No, they have a mic. They have a micro one. I don't have that one. I have the
Okay.
mini one. Yeah. So yeah, the CZ. Yeah, unfolding Joker. Yep, he loves the CZ. And I mean, that is a. I was looking at it the other night. I have it already rigged up, ready to roll. And but I was looking at it, and I picked it up, and I was like, boy, this is a beast of a gun. I mean, it's almost like a high capacity 9 millimeter. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And yeah, unfolding Joker said he don't have a Scorpion though. My brother-in-law does, and he loves it. Yep, it's great. Right now, unfolding Joker, go to Palmetto State Armory. They're doing a clearing, and this is everybody. They're doing a clearance on all CZ Scorpion Evo 3s, the 3 pluses. They have the 7.5 inch barrels, and they also have the 4.2 inch barrels, the small, the micro, and they're like $6.99 right now. You know what I'm saying? So everybody get on there and go get you one before they because they don't make them. They can't sell them anymore in the United States. So the shipment that they have in is what they have. And
There you go.
yeah, all right, yeah.
That
There's
makes
a heads up
sense.
for you right there. So
Yeah,
go down there and grab you one while you can. You know, and
that makes sense.
yeah. So that's why you don't see them locally. You know what I'm saying? You have to order it from somebody, and apparently, Palmetto got a huge shipment of these things, but they have a green tag on them that says clearance. So that means once they sell them out, they're
It's
gone.
gone.
Yeah, you'll never see it again. So you might as well go down there and get you one. And I'm so tempted to get the 4.2. I've been fighting myself. I've been fighting. I might end up pulling the trigger on it.
Damn.
I mean, you seen that 4.2 is the size of a laptop. You know what I'm saying? Even with the fold out stock, the SDI fold out stock on it, you can put on there. And I mean, it's a little. I mean, you can fit it in a laptop bag. That's how tiny it is. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
just went there. Almost everything is out of stock, bro, except for the one you said, the micro.
Yeah, the micro.
And that's a 2 inch,
Oh, the big one's
4.2
out of
inch
stock.
barrel. Everything's out of stock except for the 4.2 barrel.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Oh my God. Yeah, and that's it. Once they're out of stock, they will not have any more. Oh man, that's put me in predicaments, dude.
There ain't no predicament. You put yourself in it. Well, hey, Omar, I'll see you on Tuesday. Call me when you get in there, okay?
Oh man.
You got that
So
itch.
yeah, the micro 4.2 is in stock right now. And
Like
it's
you
under
said,
clearance.
$6.99.
$6.99.
Just one sitting up there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I know. I'm looking at it right now. It's got my name right on it. It says Afonso CZ Scorpion Evo 3. Oh my God. I gotta
Yep.
oh man. Yeah. Unfolding Joker said he just got another KP9, but this one has a 12.5 barrel. Then he said he probably gonna get another CZ75. He don't know yet.
Yeah, that's a sweet shooting gun.
Yeah. So
Would he ask him if you're not? That's right. Just one way comment. I thought. Well, he can hear
oh,
that.
he's on. You
Would you
can
use
talk to
that
him.
for
I'll relay it. He can
right?
hear you.
Would that you? I just realized that, brother. Would he use that for self defense, or would he use everyday carry, or for like just a range gun?
Talking to you, unfolding Joker.
Hmm.
So give him about 7 seconds for
Yeah,
you.
I'm going over to the other channel to see what he
Yeah.
says. Because
And
one reason why I say that is that again, that's another one of those guns that lends itself to almost everything.
mm, okay.
Oh
Mm.
wow, thanks, man.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for the support. CZ said unfolding Joker donated
Yeah,
$2 to the
yeah.
show. Solid
Hmm.
show, fellas. I hope your numbers swell on Rumble. Yeah,
We
thank
do
you,
too.
man.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right, here you go. You can read it. You see it?
Yep.
All right.
Honestly, it would make a great home defense weapon, backup truck gun, but it's a blast at the range, right? Yeah, so I said it's an all around gun, and it's one of those venerable ones too, where it's been around for a while. The design has been copped from other manufacturers, and it's a great gun. I think that Shadow is a copy of it. Is little pieces of the 75 are in that
Oh,
Shadow
we
too.
asked WK. WK, is a shadow a copy
Hmm.
of the CZ75?
Hmm.
Yeah, he'll
You
know.
should ask. Well, he's not here anymore. He's
Who?
still here. Israel. He's just not in the country. He's got one.
Oh no, yeah, it's really, yeah, it's,
See how you
he's
go.
under this. He's under extreme duress right now.
Well, he's probably taking a nap.
Yeah, he's having fun.
Hmm.
Uh,
Waiting for the show.
yeah, he said, yeah, it came out after the 75.
Hmm.
Yeah, unfolding
Oh,
Joker.
he
That's what
answered.
he said.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I've seen him. I like them. It's one of the. I don't like the newer style ones, those P's, whatever they are, P10s and all that with the CZ. But the CZ75 and the ones that came out right before the P series, I like all of those. I mean, they feel great in your hand. The grips are designed well. The angle of the grip angle is really nice. And remember all that stuff that people talked about, the low bore access? That was one of the first guns that had that. And I don't know if it actually helps mitigate recoil, but it definitely gives you a feeling of confidence when you grip that gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Unfolding Joker also said a lot of people rag on the shadows and says they are just a race gun, but they never use one. And he
hmm.
also said, "Oh yes, they are perfect in the
Yep.
hands. Yeah,
I'm telling you,
they
that was
fit perfect."
the first grip that I actually was like, ho, this is crazy. Because everything else, Smith and Wesson and Glock, even back then, they're all pretty much the same. That gun, totally different. And then the next one after that was the VP9. Actually, the VP30 first. That grip is like if you ever grip one of those, you'll realize that there's more to guns than just what you already know. That
Hmm.
there's a whole world open there. It's almost like walking through some type of time portal, and it's like what this is the future can hold.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's good. But back to when we close it out. The home defense firearms, also ammunition. Let's close it out on that.
Okay. He said,
Especially
"Well,
like with
Unfolded Joker said, well said." Now,
thank you. With the with shotgun, double up buck,
oh,
slugs, or
okay.
some kind of
Let's
bird
start out
shot.
with the pistols and work our way up.
That
Okay.
works.
So with pistols, I always go with the staggered ball and hollow
Hmm.
points. Still, even at home, and it's I don't, because if you keep the same ammo in the gun, you know how the recoil and the fire of the gun is going to be. Okay,
Hmm.
so don't change out just because you're at home. Stick with the same ammunition in the pistols. Stagger ball, stagger hollow points, and then also um, look at your shotgun. Yep, I would not go with slugs. You got to aim. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to aim, and that slug houses are not built like they were in the 50s where the
Mm.
walls, you got that one sheet of drywall
Hmm.
and you have a plastic side vinyl sidings on the side that outside the
Hmm.
house.
Not stopping anything.
It's not stopping that slug, so that
Hmm.
slug can go through and pop your neighbor in the head sitting there watching TV. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Got to be careful of that. And so I would say go with double I buck. You can never
Mm.
go wrong with double I buck.
Right.
9 pellets, double I buck. and you just have to shoot it more than once. I mean,
Mhm.
once you pull the trigger on the shotgun, pump it 3 times and send 3 rounds double our buck in the same direction. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
that's the only reason with shotguns, I, it wouldn't be a go-to weapon for me because the round count. Again, you know what I'm saying? You can take the plug out. You can maybe put 6 in there and have some, mounted on the side. But if you're not used to reloading that shotgun fast, you're gonna be screwed. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
And
what the hell do you have planned? What the hell do you have planned?
bro,
Even 5 rounds of shotgun ammunition is a lot.
not to me,
I
not to
know.
me,
That's why I said, "What
not
do
to
you
me.
have planned?" So
I,
please,
I, I,
guys, don't go to his house, please.
I, I, I'm used to when I do when I shoot when it's gonna be at something. You're gonna go through a whole magazine.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I was trained. That's the way we did it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Right.
And so that's the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
You
Dude, I understand, but when you say that the reason why it's not one that you would pick up, basically because it's a low round count,
that's for
you're
me.
talking about 5 shells, bro.
That's
Five
not
double
enough
up
for me.
bucks.
That's not a me.
That's
That's not enough.
8 to 9 in
That's
each one.
it's
See,
now
45 rounds
that's
downrange.
that's not enough. That's not enough for me. Now, I have a Mossberg 590.
Uh-huh.
I have magazines, so I have 10-round magazines and 20-round magazines for the thing. That's
Oh, so you
that,
you got one that has a
the
you can load
magazine
with a
fed.
magazine. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I would. It's not the first gun it pulls out because it's bulky. You know what I'm saying? And I would go with something more smaller so I can run around corners and stuff. And um, I
Dude,
know.
when you say that last part, it's almost like my son going to the playground. You just said run around, so I could run around. You didn't say maneuver around corners. You said run around. You don't want to. They're leaving out. They leave. Oh hell, no, they aren't. And here you go running around the corner to go get them.
I have a different tactic than everybody else inside my home.
Oh
My
my
tactic
goodness.
inside my home is extreme violence and quick. Okay, so
Gotcha.
it's a little bit different,
Mm-hmm.
because you're in my home. I'm gonna
Do y'all have parquet floors?
no. I got a
Good, because
carpet.
I can see you sliding like a Keystone Cops going around the corners.
No, I don't have that. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but unfolding, Joker said some of the MagFX shotguns are great for home defense, and they hold 10. Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah. And
And
that's what I was going to ask him to ask
yeah,
you also, Al, in reference to that. Have you ever had any issues with that? Because that's one thing that I've
with what?
heard is that issues with the magazines feeding properly.
Now, I haven't shot the shotgun enough to actually
Okay.
experience that.
Okay.
Now,
Because
I
that's
also,
one of the things, even the good ones. But I didn't hear anything about Mossberg, but I did hear about Remington having issues with that. They
yeah,
made one as well.
I got a Sega 12 too. So, but that's
Hmm.
retired, you
Right.
know. So that is a beast,
Mm-hmm.
and that thing will talk. You know what I'm saying? Have a
Yep.
titanium piston in that thing. And
It's a
so
fire breather too.
yeah, it's a fire breathing. Yeah, unfolding Joker also said 10 shot 10 shotgun rounds is modest. Yes, it is. And the 590 is a flex. And he also said, unfolding Joker said the Kalishnikov Chaos 12 is perfect for that. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
But you seen the price tag on those things?
Right.
Maneuvering around is very confined spaces. Yeah, I mean,
But he says
yeah,
perfect for that maneuvering around.
it's perfect for
Confined, right?
maneuvering around very confined spaces. Yes, it is. But that thing is anything with Kalishnikov product line on it is very expensive. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah, I would love to have one, but
Especially nowadays.
their prices have went crazy.
Didn't they go out of business?
No, they filed for bankruptcy, laid off a whole bunch of people,
Oh, okay.
and so they supposed to be They're supposed to be. I don't know if they went out of business or not. I think what happened, Kalishnikov overpriced themselves for the market.
Mm,
And they were Kalishnikov. You couldn't touch them for unless what was over $1,500. It was the
damn.
Daniel defense of AKs. That's what they were. There was some of the best AKs you ever want to have, but they overpriced themselves to the market because people were going to and getting the Polish AKs and all these other AKs for half that price. You know what I'm saying? And that was beating that, and it was like, and they work just as well. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I'm looking at some of them here.
Yeah,
16, 15. Oh, wow.
yeah,
Dang.
they're expensive. They are
It's
expensive.
an AK. I gotta
Yeah.
hit that with a hammer.
Well, it's
And it's
made by
$3,000.
Kalashnikov in the United States, but these are precision AKs. These are the AKs that they these. This is BMW the AKs.
Oh,
You know?
wow.
Yeah. So Unfolding Joker said yes. Now the prices are insane. They shut down all the online orders because they said they have been overwhelmed with
Mm,
orders recently. Yeah. He Unfolding Joker said I was fortunate and I got all mine under 950. That's good.
yeah.
And Unfolding Joker said I didn't get the K 103 though. I went with the Zeta M70 instead. Okay. Still two good guns. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, the 103s you can get off of what is it, Atlanta Arms. They got the 103s. And I think that's the company, Atlanta Arms.
Yeah.
Is
Mm-hmm.
that Atlanta?
Atlantic, I think it is.
Atlantic Arms. Yeah, Atlantic
Mm-hmm.
Arms have the 103s. And I know every once in a while, Palmetto have a 103 for sale every once in a while. But I
Right.
think they're out of stock right now. But Atlantic Arms, they have them all the time.
Man.
Yeah,
Woo.
Atlantic Arms also has great AK deals. Yeah, Unfolding Joker. Yep. And but that's what you got on that now. What is your pick on the ammunition
And
for?
ammunition, I concur with you. I'm a double up buck guy for most everything. I shoot slugs from time to time for
Oh,
fun, but in home defense situation, I agree. It's a little bit too much.
mm-hmm,
My pistols, I've been running federal
mm-hmm.
HST for the most part. I mean, I was a Hydra shot guy before that, and that was mostly the department, but I was also there for the testing and to see it as it was happening. So it made it more endearing toward my heart. So I've continued to use that. I think that some of the ammos that are out there, the critical and the duty and the defense, I think they're all hype, and I think there's a lot of advertising that gets people to buy them. Because if you do the gel test and you look at just based on that, that's all we can do. You know, we can't do anything more other than maybe some cadavers. Look at the penetration of them. That federal opens up, expands all the time. Not some of the time, not most, all the time. It's almost a full extent expansion, and
I'm a
that's why
firm.
I like that bullet. I mean, I look at the data. I look at the
Yeah, I know
data
you
because
look at the data. I'm just looking at the bullet. A bullet will
mhm.
kill you regardless if it's hollow point or ball.
Yeah, but I'm not
And
looking at it in a killing
I don't
sense.
know
I'm
if we
looking at it
covered
in a legal sense. A
honest.
legal
Oh,
sense,
okay. Yeah,
right? In a
yeah,
legal sense, I don't want. I'm defending myself down the road and around the corner because
yeah.
we can have all the fun and run around and sliding and doing all that shit. And then somebody got to pay for this shit at the end.
At the
And
end,
right at the end of all
yes,
this,
yeah.
somebody gonna
Somebody
pay for
got to
this.
pay for that at the end.
And I want to
Yeah,
make sure that my insurance company, my protection plan, all that stuff works in harmony.
right. I don't
And
know
I
if
can protect the
we put
people I
this
need.
up. What WK say is no lights
Yeah,
of any
you
at
did.
his home. Did we say that? Yeah.
You did. I
Oh,
think
okay.
you read it.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Um. Let's
Because
see.
and a good thing is, WK said that the first time that we had this discussion a while back, he said the same thing because we were going back and forth and was asking people how they felt about it. And WK, you know, because he's intelligent, he said the same thing. There's not one light on any gun that he has, and he has
Yeah.
a flashlight available to him. But we talked about when I last time I talked to him, we actually were in person. He was talking about the different positions from Harry's to the ice pick to syringe, all those different positions. There's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing
Mm-hmm.
wrong with those positions. And
Mm-hmm.
the thing to me, and I think you will concur, is that when you have a weapon mounted light and it's your only light, you're going to point a gun at somebody when you need the light. Either that, or
Yeah.
now you're going to take your what do you call this thing, mobile phone out, fiddle through that. And if you got one hand on a real pistol, you got to fiddle through that with one hand, figure out how to get the light on. Now you got to hold this big square on one side and a pistol on the other. That's not going to happen. You're
Yeah.
going to take that weapon mounted light and you're going to point it at somebody that doesn't need to be indexed.
So, Unfolding Joker on Rumble said he do a lot of business through there. Arms Unlimited out of Nevada, and yes, we are in Georgia. Unfolding Joker,
There you go.
and uh, oh, I'm not gonna read that one.
I said I was about to text you.
I'm not reading that one. Sorry. What we're gonna do now? We're gonna close this show out. We appreciate you guys.
No.
No, we're not real at all. And um, that's funny. That won't even make the air, you guys on Twitch. I don't know why you guys even try. You guys are so weak. Unfolding Joker, yeah, Georgia is lit. I love that Georgia is backwoods. Well, it's not that backwoods. It's
Oh yes, it is. You got to get out of your area.
oh, okay. It is a pro Second Amendment state. That's
Yes,
one thing we love about this state. Is
Get away from Atlanta, and you'll see how backwoods it is.
and
bro.
it's very back. You said it's backwoods. Oh man, look at this clown.
I know.
And,
I told you
yeah.
earlier it was going to happen.
Right.
And I want
uh,
to say before we go, this is my one point because you guys know I'm going to say protect the second, but I also want to say thank you to my main man over there because he took care of me earlier in the show. You guys didn't even know it because your boy's about to lose his mind, but he just sick the dogs on him. So I appreciate you, bro.
What's
You don't even
that?
know what you did with that little commentary you made in the beginning about what's going on YouTube.
Oh no.
Yep. I appreciate you because I was about to. I was looking for my spot, but when you said what you said, I let it go. See, you made me mature. You,
Okay.
Sarge,
There's clowns everywhere on the internet,
Yep.
even on Twitch.
especially on Twitch.
Yeah, you guys some weird incels over there. I don't
Al
understand.
Kanoof.
Yeah, but we thank you guys. Thank you, Unfolding Jokers, dear
Absolutely.
Sarge. We will hear from you. We'll get together, and all you guys who support the show. WK 702 Reggie, and all you guys help support the show. Really appreciate you guys. And we what you got, Al?
Protect the second, man. Get out there, show somebody firearms, bring somebody aboard, and teach them the right way. Help them out.
Right.
I
Even
told you that's what I said. You took care of it.
yeah.
Thank you, Khalib.
Yeah, Khalid. Yeah, that is funny. Yeah, that's true. The incels on Twitch. You ever watch those people over there? They're weird, man. And look at there. And so,
Damn.
only thing I gotta say, I'll see you guys in the range. We will
See you on the range, boys.
You guys go check out our last video we did about our meet and greet. It's up, and you guys can go check that out. All right, Unfolding Joker. He said, "Take care, brothers. Great show. I do the best to push y'all show out.
Thank you, man.
On the net. We appreciate you, my man. All right,
Absolutely.
thank you, and we'll see you guys on next time."